about 150 people in the historic location of Castle Leslie here in Ireland on what is a very cold and wet morning. You will not be surprised to hear. But we have another audience. This is a typical, normal hybrid session. So we have 150 people in the room and a bigger number watching on live stream YouTube. So remember, whatever you say will be recorded and will be used against you on YouTube. We are about to celebrate entrepreneurship, startup entrepreneurship on the island of Ireland. I like doing work, I like giving back to society by supporting startup entrepreneurs. I am an entrepreneur myself. I like to relate to entrepreneurs, to talk to them, to mentor them. I learn from them. So this is a celebration about startup entrepreneurship on the island of Ireland. It has a particular angle, if you like, a particular twist, which, as I will explain later, I learned from my experience for the last 17 years on the island of Cyprus, where my parents are from. So I'd like to think this is the inaugural one, it's the first one. It was born as an idea about a year ago to the day, and here we are with 9 very worthy winners. We had 49 applications, and again, thank you to all the applicants. Not everybody can win. It was a very tough decision to decide, but try again next year. I will start by doing what every entrepreneur should do, which is to promote myself and my business. So I would like to say a few words about the Easy family of brands, not only because that's what my entrepreneurial activity is, but also because I would like you to understand, I'd like to explain where the money is coming from. I mean, it's good to say I will give a lot of money to a good cause, a lot of money to charity, but the money has to come from somewhere at the end of the day. So I'd like to explain this virtuous circle I basically created through the ownership and usage of the Easy family of brands. So rather than me talking for a long time, I'm going to play a 4-minute video. This video has been available on YouTube since the beginning of last year, and it's had 113 million views. 113 million. So we must be doing something right. It's an interesting video. It's the last 30 years since I started EasyJet and then all the other Easy family of brands. There is a book version for those in the room, and please take it with you. But for now, I would like to step back and let the video do the talking.
Stelios believes he can make flying as easy as getting on and off a bus and almost as cheap. He spent £5 million setting up his own airline, starting with the Scottish routes.
From one rival, EasyJet tried to hijack the launch, arriving in their distinctive orange uniforms as customers.
If If you think the airline was crazy, listen to this.
Okay.
I believe that the internet is going to take off. More and more people will need to use the internet.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
See, you can get it if you really want to. Shine, shine like a star, shining so bright, like the star that you are. Oh, shine into the future, spreading your light wherever you are. Shine, shine your light. Shine, shine your light. Shine, shine your light. Shine, shine your light. Just over the best. Not even no warrior. Call it a destroyer. Human, simply the best. Nobody can touch that. Name first, kiss it, say. Nobody can catch me. Moving like lightning with more energy. Shine, shine your light. Just over the best. Shine, shine your light. Just over the best. In my clothes like a butterfly, the earthling man. Yes, me a jackpot, calling your son. The crowd is roaring, hearing my story. Walking on the field, them are the champions we win. What they say that never make it, I found strength from within. Cause it is there if you seek it. See, you can get it if you really want to. Shine, shine like a star, shining so bright, like the star that you are. Oh, shine into the future, spreading your light wherever you are. Come on and shine, shine like a star, shining so bright, like the star that you are. Oh, shine into the future, spreading your light wherever you are. Shine.
Thank you. So just to explain it in very, very simple terms, how many of you have flown EasyJet by a show of hands? Thank you very much. The point about the Easy family and the way I've structured the Easy group is that I own the brand, which means I earn a very small fee every time someone flies EasyJet. So if you pay 100 euros on a one-way ticket on EasyJet, 25 euro cents will come into Easy Group. Easy Group as a business has expenses and it donates its profits to the Stelios Foundation that gives back to society. So every time you use a member of the Easy family, you basically contribute to the giving back to society of the Stelios Foundation. So thank you again. Thank you. And another sort of coincidence in my career is that I started EasyJet, as you've seen, the first flight in '95, and we started with the Scottish routes, as you heard, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Inverness, and then we went to continental Europe, so Amsterdam, Nice, so I can go home for the weekend. And we were reluctant, as a small, young, company, to take the risk of flying into Belfast. Belfast was considered an important domestic route out of London, but it was always considered risky because you remember what was going on in Belfast in '95 and '96. So, complete coincidence, in '98, the Belfast Good Friday Agreement was signed. And I didn't understand all of it back then, but the poor little Greek boy sitting in Luton thinking how to choose the next route, I said, let's fly Luton to Belfast 3 times a day. And that's it, the rest is history. EasyJet is now the biggest airline based in Northern Ireland, and it carries 7 out of every 10 passengers every year in and out of Northern Ireland. So again, thank you to the people of Northern Ireland that have made EasyJet so successful. There are 13 aircraft now based there, which means employment for the crew, but also the opportunity to fly to many, many different destinations. I mean, I was looking at the list and it's as diverse now. It's not just about flying to London anymore. So you can go on holiday from Belfast straight to the Egyptian resort of Hurghada, or you can go to Lapland to go the other way. So it's an incredible range of opportunities and services and flights and routes that are available now to people in Northern Ireland. So when you start putting that into perspective, you realize why we're here today. Our mission as a foundation is to give back to society in a very diversified way. I'm going to bore you with listing all the other good causes that we're supporting. Many of them are in the room. But we always like to do it close to home. And these are the 6 countries where me and my family have lived and worked. So, again, for clarity, because there's some confusion, I was born in Athens in Greece, but both my parents were born on the island of Cyprus, which is Greek Cypriot, is a different nationality. That's why I'm actually Greek Cypriot by nationality. They were born before the independence of the Republic of Cyprus in 1960. So my parents were born when Cyprus was a British colony. So I inherited the British nationality as well. Then I went to London to study. Then my father decided to move the family office to Monaco, where we've been ever since for the last 35 years. Monaco and France is where we live. If you like, my daughter goes to school in Monaco. And UK is where I built the business. Ireland is where my partner is from, Orla Murphy. So essentially our daughter, Aria, is half Irish. And I would like it to one day take over this project and run with it. So Aria, this is your job. This is your task. Obviously, we're in an iconic property here in Castle Leslie, but I'd like to mention the other 4 iconic properties we have in the foundation. These are owned by the foundation. Obviously, we're renting Castle Leslie for this event, but I believe that it's a good thing for a charitable foundation to invest in bricks and mortar and own properties that can be used for a good cause. So these 4 buildings, in 4 capitals, we have activities in London, Monaco, Athens, and Nicosia. Not only we use them for our own events, so the equivalent of this event will take place there, but also we make them available to other charities to use for free, and we cover all their expenses. So just to borrow an expression from one of my trustees, he said it's like a charity accelerator. So we help other charities raise funds for their own causes more efficiently. If any of you are involved in a charity in London, for example, 34 Thurlow Square is a very, very good address to host an event like this. These are some of the other causes we support in the UK. From the Red Cross to the King's Trust. And I think it's worth a special mention here because I think His Majesty was so passionate about this cause, which supports entrepreneurship, by the way. It's helping young people to either get employment or self-employment, be their own bosses. But His Majesty is so passionate about it that instead of leaving it as the Prince's Trust that was born 50 years ago, he renamed it the King's Trust so he can stay close to it. But we're very diversified, anything from the King's Foundation, which is his other favorite charity, to the lifeboats. So we also support the neediest in society. So there is a food bank called the ACEL Trust, and we started by giving food to everybody who comes and asks for it in Greece and Cyprus, and then we moved it to the UK in partnership with the ACEL Trust. These are the diverse causes we support in Ireland. Only last week we had a very successful fundraising lunch with the Irish Red Cross. The chair is here. Thank you for being here with us. But we like to select different causes, and we give, if you like, a small amount every year, but we're there to give every year, and we're there to support many different causes. The next slide is a bit of new news, if you like, for the Republic of Ireland. I'm delighted to say that from about a month's time from now, we'll extend the Food from the Heart with the Capuchin's Day Centre in Dublin by giving free food to those who come and take a parcel from the day centre. And we've selected something very Irish, the Bachelor's baked beans. And we basically produce it. We co-brand it. It's a white label, a co-branded white label. It has our logo, the logo of the day centre that distributes it, and Bachelors, so the people who benefit from it know what they're getting. And we think that's a very efficient way to give to the neediest. I mean, today we're going to give back by rewarding entrepreneurs who are very successful already. I mean, many of you here are millionaires already. These are the neediest in society, and we'd like to give at both ends. You're lucky, by the way, Bachelor's Baked Beans was not in production yet, otherwise it would have been your lunch today. So next year it will be on the menu. So this is one of 7 entrepreneurship awards. As I said at the beginning, I like interacting with entrepreneurs. I think it's a very efficient way of creating new jobs. Startup businesses create new jobs for the economy. So if you reward people who are willing to take the risk and start a business, you're going to create jobs, but you also create role models for others to follow in their footsteps and create even more jobs. So in the 6 countries, we run no less than 7 different awards, either with a bias, a skew towards young entrepreneurship, startup entrepreneurship, under 34, or some sort of a bicommunal angle, like in Cyprus and Ireland. In the UK, we have a very worthy cause, which is disabled entrepreneurs. I mean, we all know, you guys here know how difficult it is to start a business and survive and stay in business. Imagine doing it with a disability. So I think that's a very inspiring cause in the UK. I'll spend 1 or 2 more minutes about Cyprus. How many of you have been to Cyprus? Okay, no, not a bad percentage. It's a long trip from here, by the way. It's a 4.5 hour, maybe even 5 hour journey from here. The island has been divided since 1974. So I was born in 67, and one of my earliest memories is the war that happened in 1974, and that divided the island. The northern part is the Turkish Cypriot part, the southern part is the Greek Cypriot part. That's where my parents were born. That's where we visit when we go to visit family. But the 2 communities were completely isolated. There was a hard border until 2004. And then the borders opened and people started traveling. So I traveled to the north and I looked around and I said, how can I help solve this problem? It's called the Cyprus problem. And I said, maybe I should go back to entrepreneurship and I should reward people who are willing to cross the divide. So we literally give prizes, grants, cash, to 1 Greek Cypriot entrepreneur and 1 Turkish Cypriot entrepreneur who are doing business together. And the idea is that if they do business together, they're more likely to be friends, their employees are more likely to be friends, their suppliers are more likely to be friends, they're less likely to go to war, they're less likely to fight, and that's how you create lasting peace and economic prosperity. And you should never take lasting peace for granted. As I said, in Cyprus, there hasn't been actual war for 51 years now. But you only have to travel 150 miles to the east of Cyprus to see how it can go wrong. So I think we should always work on lasting peace and economic prosperity. And the 2 are linked. So, thank you. So this is the equivalent ceremony with, in slightly better weather, dare I say, but we're outside our premises in Nicosia in Cyprus holding the checks. So we're going to try and replicate this here today. So, a few words about how this came about. It's all the fault of Dan Mulhall, who's going to introduce himself in a minute, so I won't steal your thunder. But also we're doing it with Cooperation Ireland, a very worthy charity that has exactly that mission to bring together the 2 communities. When you design something like that, there is no science. You take a few big decisions, you take a few risks, some of them are wrong, but I said, €500,000 sounds about right. Then you try to divide it into logical sums, and it comes up with 9 winners, 1 gold one, 2 silver, and 6 bronze. And I sort of do the judging, and I always try, once you comply with the criteria, once you're a startup, once you demonstrated north-south business cooperation activity, then let the best business win. So there's no sympathy here, there is no other angle. It's the best business gets the best prize, and then you cascade from there. So I look at revenues, I look at profits, I look at growth, I look at prospects, you know, all the usual things you look at a successful, profitable business. Have I missed anything? No, I think that's a good summary. So I think we have to start getting to know the winners. So I think the best person to hand over the first award is the owner of, or the custodian, as I've been told to say, of Castle Leslie. Samantha Leslie, please come and say a few words. Thank you for having us in your home. This is a lovely home, and thank you for being here.
Well, thank you so much. It's an incredible honour. I actually went out the whole last night and asked a member of staff to pinch me hard, because it's amazing to understand more about the awards, but also the incredible work that you're doing. I'd like to say three things. Welcome, Céad Míle Fáilte, and Calamira. So I'm custodian of the Castle Leslie estate, and it's an incredible honour to be hosting the awards, not just this year, and we look forward to seeing you and many more of you here next year.
Have we made the booking? Is it in the diary?
You see Brian down. You see Brian down at the back. It's also an amazing honour to present the first award. So, would Park Life like to come to the stage?
And the winner is Richard. Please come up. Take this shot from Maya. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Samantha. Take your seat. Do you want me to hold the check, or?
We'll place it at the front here so everybody can see. Thank you, Stelios. So I'm Richard, and I'm here to, I suppose, give a quick overview of how Park Life, our natural brand of natural grain-free dog treats, collaborate between the north and south of Ireland. So a little bit of background. Park Life started in 2019 when I became a pet parent to Penny, the beautiful golden lab you see in the illustration. The business started before human children, which I call BC. It was just a Penny. And we went away for the weekend to a non-dog-friendly hotel and found that Penny had been left with the mother-in-law and fed a leading brand of dog biscuits, which I won't name, and they were, I suppose, had an allergic reaction to the point where she was all bloated and swollen. When I realised there was a gap in the market for affordable, natural, grain-free dog treats that were fun and playful, we started work to develop Park Life. Since then, our brand and business has grown. We have the Happy Belly Promise, and we've won various awards for innovation. But in terms of collaboration, we collaborate across 5 key pillars. So warehousing, production, distribution, team, and community. So from a distribution perspective, we partner with a Northern Irish distribution company called GM Marketing. And thanks to them, we are now available in Tesco, Northern Ireland, as well as all the other brands you can see on the right. So we pride ourselves on really focusing our efforts on, as a business that is based in the Republic of Ireland, being in as many places as we can in Northern Ireland. Okay, that's
Well done.
on to the next
Bravo.
one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you did it on time. Don't forget your check. Excellent. To present the next winner, I will ask Tony to come on stage. Tony was the first marketing director of EasyJet. So he was on board that flight you saw on the video when I had a lot of hair. He still has his hair.
Thank you, Stelios. I was indeed on that flight 30 years ago. It's been some journey. I'm absolutely delighted to be presenting
Come
this.
closer to the mic.
Absolutely delighted to be presenting this award to 2 businesses working together, not only crossing north and south, but also bringing 2 generations together. It's a father and son team. So can I ask Good Friday Robotics and Subterranean Software to come up and collect their prize, please?
That way. Let's leave this here, yeah. Would you like to say a few words, please?
Well, this prize goes to Good Friday Robotics and Subterranean. I'm representing Subterranean. We're a software company developing software for drones that fly in drains. And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm representing Good Friday Robotics, and I'll introduce the problem a little bit. To keep a city alive, you need to maintain three parts of critical infrastructure. You need to maintain the roads, you need to maintain the energy grid, and then one that's often overlooked but the most important is you need to maintain the water systems, both water and wastewater. And normally these are maintained by putting people in. And our proposition is instead of putting people in, we instead put robotic systems in to basically improve safety, but then also improve the quality output so that the infrastructure is monitored and mapped out. And I'll actually let you do the last slide there.
The project is north-south. We're based in Buncrana, County Donegal. Jack's based in Derry. But we're not alone in the project. We've got some very important partners who are here with us. We're delighted. They're also north-south. So we've got Environmental Techniques, who are an engineering company who rehabilitate the drains. They're based in Belfast. We've got Uisce Éireann. We're very pleased that Olive is here from Uisce Éireann. Obviously in Dublin, who are one of our lead customers. And we've got Northern Ireland Water. We've got Mark Mitchell here from Northern Ireland Water, who is one of our early adopter customers. So the project is a cross-border collaboration in many directions. Thank you.
Well done. Take the check. Take it to the bank.
Thank you.
I'd like to invite Tracy Gorey, an associate member of the foundation based in London, to present the next winner.
So I'm normally backstage, which is why I've got a little note to read from. Is it still? We reached 12 o'clock yet?
4 minutes to go. You can say good morning.
I can say Mud and Ma. Good morning, everybody. Firstly, I just wanted to congratulate and thank Sir Stelios, the boss, for coming up with this incredible initiative almost a year ago. So, yeah, just to say congratulations and thank you. And a big well done. And thank you to the team, as always. So I need to shout out to Maya and everybody else in making today happen. So a little shout out to the advisors, BNL Productions, and everyone at Castle Leslie. It's been amazing. And finally, just to say I'm honoured to meet all the worthy winners and present a cheque today to one of the bronze winners.
And the winner is Patricia and Katrina. Please come up. Let me carry this. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah. Thank you very much for this win. We're both very honoured to be here. I'm Patricia Cullen. I am the founder of Ovascan. I'm a sonographer.
Try and speak closer to the microphone, yeah.
Sorry.
And I am Tina. I am the midwife-led founder of New Beginnings in Strabane. We offer private ultrasound throughout fertility, right through to the end of pregnancy. Very specialised, tailored services. So that's where our cooperation come in. Patricia's more based in the fertility side of things, and I work alongside the pregnancy aspects.
So our cooperation north-south is that Tina here is in Strabane and Tyrone, and I'm operating out of Dublin. So we see women not just on a fertility journey, but also for women's health issues such as endometriosis. So we've seen quite a huge increase in assessment scans, and being able to give women access to those it has just been incredible. So a massive support kind of services that we offer together.
Yeah, it's our mission really just to provide, empower women back, give them a bit more time, a bit more support, a bit more reassurance from the reproductive side of things right through pregnancy. We just love collaborating, and yeah, it's been going good.
Great.
Yeah.
Well done, thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget the check. Take it to the bank. May I ask the operating team to secure the doors? I think that suddenly there's been a very strong wind and we have some noise there. I hope we're not going to be blown away, but anyway. So, to present the next winner, Nikos Mourkogiannis, our trustee based in Greece. Nico.
Hello, I'm Nico Mourkogiannis, trustee of the foundation. Honored to be a member of this amazing philanthropic venture that Stelios has started, is advancing, and extremely privileged, feeling privileged to be here to give an award, which I'm sure would deepen what we consider in Europe the miraculous relationship between the north and south of Ireland. And the winner is?
And the winner is? James and Cormac, yeah.
Korgoltsikas.
You're very tall.
There we go. Fantastic. Excellent. Nice and smiley there again. It's great. Lovely. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Nico.
Thanks so much.
Please say a few words. Come and say a few words. Thank you. And it's nice of you. You brought your kids here as well, eh?
Yeah, they're just at the back there.
Well done.
So my name's Cormac Flynn. I'm founder and CEO of Súil Pharma.
And my name's James Boydo. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Mednext Opto. So what we do at Mednext Opto...
What we offer is new and better research.
There's a video. Shall I play it?
Biotech and pharma companies globally.
Yeah?
Do that.
How do we know this? Well, our clients have told us.
I think
That's
it's
okay.
better to hear from you. Go ahead.
So we provide research services for companies developing novel therapeutics for eye diseases. And one of our clients is Cormac Flynn.
Yeah, so we started working on this project back in 2019 when we spent a lot of time talking to patients, caregivers, physicians about the impact that blindness has on patients' lives, what it looks like to go through treatment, and then what the outcome looks like for patients. And what we realized was that despite going through arduous treatment that takes a lot of toll on the patients and family, treatment still isn't great, the outcome still isn't great, and over 50% still had blindness. So we started working on that in Galway, but around 2021, we came across a problem that we couldn't find any supplier that could deliver the testing that we needed. And I went across North America, Europe, Asia, and we could never find a supplier for this. And then somebody just mentioned, there's a new startup based in Belfast. Here's their contact, James. And I sent out my first email to James, which was like, you probably can't do this, but can you? And he came back with an email and said, I can sense the exasperation in your voice. Let's have a chat. And he presented some data of exactly what we needed to do. That meant that we could test the efficacy and safety of our therapy. I meant that we could actually progress, so it actually meant that we could continue as a company. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to continue. So very appreciative of the work that we kind of get from that north-south border. And yeah, just to Stelios as well, thank you so much as well for
Well done.
everything. Yeah, it's really appreciated.
Thank
for
you.
startups.
Don't forget the check. To present the next award, I would like to invite Peter Barton, the trustee of the Stelios Foundation based in London.
Hello, I'm Peter Barton, and I've been fortunate and lucky enough and privileged enough to work for nearly 20 years with Stelios, which is about a quarter of my working life so far. And I'm really thrilled to be in a position to make one of the awards today to Cotter Agritech, who look after sheep, among other things. It's always dear to my heart.
Nick and Jack, please come up. Peter, do you want to go at the other end? Thank you, Peter.
We have 3 businesses, so I might need an extra minute. Thank you.
Take the clicker, yeah.
It's been a long road to get here, starting all the way back in our childhood on the family farm. Jack and I are the Cotter brothers. So we grew up on a sheep farm outside Abbeyfield down in West Limerick in the southwest. And there's a great Irish proverb, and it goes, Mulla Noige agus Chuckig she, which means praise the young and they will flourish. And I think that's really apt for today. And our parents always pushed us to work hard and give things a go. So our first business was Cotter Bros Firewood. We started it back in 2011. I was 11, Jack was 13. We were knocking on doors after school selling firewood for home heating. And today, outside of family, we employ an additional 4 people and we're one of Ireland's largest firewood suppliers. I suppose that gave us a taste for entrepreneurship, so next we looked at the farm. And the price of lamb was poor at the time, so we launched Cotter Organic Lamb, our own brand of 100% grass-fed organic lamb that is the juiciest and most tender lamb you'll ever eat in your life. So we began selling to...
Can we send one to their homes?
Yes, one for everybody in the audience.
Can I have your addresses? Free lamb.
So we began selling to local hotels and restaurants. COVID hit, no product to sell or no customer to find. So lucky enough, Ryan Tuberty was trying to promote businesses on the Late Late Show. We got a slot, sold out of everything within 2 hours, and now friends and family of those people buy our lamb, and this has doubled that farm income. And then our third venture, and the one that's relevant to this awards, is Cotter Agritech. Everyone knows sheep farming is hard work, especially medicating them. So the engineer, Jack, built a prototype to make handling sheep easier, faster and safer. And he brought me in, and after 3 years of R&D, we've launched it. We launched it in 2023. Now 3 years on, we've hundreds of customers across 8 countries, and we employ 12 people. Now we kept building on this idea of optimizing medication to animals. So we've developed a software called SmartWorm. This uses advanced algorithms to identify the need for treatment in individual sheep, rather than what farmers have been doing for 70 years of blanket treating the entire group just to be safe. And we've also launched an automatic medication gun. This adjusts the volume of medication to each animal based on their exact weight, avoiding underdosing and overdosing. So together, these products are cutting medicine use in the sheep sector by 70%. So it's the highest level of precision ever seen in the space, saving farmers money, reducing environmental contamination and preventing resistance to these drugs. And I suppose, if we can flick to the next slide, we've developed the algorithms behind our software with Queen's University up in Belfast. We drove up to a research farm in Ballymena every 2 weeks for 2 years. So real north-south cooperation. And Northern Ireland is also now our biggest market. So finally, thank you, Sir Stelios, for this incredible opportunity. It'll be nice to have you in the contact list to maybe give a hand solving 1 or 2 of our business challenges we face in the future. And I think awards like this remind us really that, you know, businesses face life and death moments, some once a year, some once a month. It reminds us in those moments of self-doubt to really believe in ourselves, and that's the lasting impact for us. So thank you very much. That's what it means.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Thank you. Don't forget the check. It's incredible the range of businesses we've seen so far. I mean, this is the real economy on the island of Ireland. To present the next winner, William Hare, please.
Thank you very much indeed. It's a great joy to be here. Last year, it's been a real pleasure to work with you as you've thought through this exciting program. We're in a really long and sometimes complex journey towards reconciliation on this island. We've got a lot to learn, but a lot of exciting things, as Nikos has indicated, a lot of success too. But the fact that you bring the concept of enterprise driving this is really exciting and has been, as I say, so interesting and important to all of us here. So it's a great pleasure now to introduce...
and the winner is? Connor.
Connor of... Great.
Thank you, Will. Guys, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, from the Cotter brothers to the Brogan brothers.
my name is Connor Brogan, and this is Ryan Brogan. We are the co-founders of Arcus Cleaning Systems. Arcus Cleaning Systems design and manufacture automated cleaning systems for hygiene-critical applications such as food and beverage, pharmaceutical, environmental services, cosmetics, and so on. And the aim of the company is to build equipment that makes people's lives a little bit safer, reduces water consumption, chemical consumption, labour consumption, and essentially to improve upon the environmental impact of our clients. I'm not even looking at this. Oh, there we go. So the main sectors that we work in are food and beverage production, chemical production, pharmaceuticals, and we're very proud that most of our business is on the island of Ireland, and we're making a real impact in these sectors. Our cross-border activity has always been from the start about 30 to 40% of our turnover, and that's set to increase significantly in 2026. We work with a wide range of companies, from small craft producers right up to multinationals, and our solutions are reducing water consumption by millions of litres of water on the island every year, which was something that we're extremely proud of. In terms of the way we hope to use the fund, we're going to further develop the data collection of our systems to make the water savings, the labour savings, quantifiable and tangible. From here, I would just like to say thank you very much to Sir Stelios.
Well done, well done.
Just a note, one more, I'll add this. Ryan and I are in our mid-30s, and we are absolutely products of the Good Friday Agreement and the peacemakers that made that all possible. We only seen opportunity when we grew up in a way that our parents didn't see whenever they were growing up. I think it's incredibly important for you to have recognised that from an economic point of view. As the other guys said, it's an incredible boost to know that we're maybe doing something right. So thank you very much, Sir Stelios.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Products of the Good Friday Agreement. That's a good way of putting it, isn't it? Good. Now I'm going to ask Daniel Mulhar to say a few words, since it's all his fault. He'll tell you how this idea was born during a lunch in Monaco. Dan?
Thank you very much. This is a day that I've been waiting for the last year. About a year ago, I was invited to give a talk about, well, first of all, James Joyce, because of my book on Ulysses, still available in all good bookshops, by the way. But in particular, I was invited to give a talk at the Monte Carlo Club to an audience that included Prince Albert. And I had the pleasure that day of sitting beside Stelios, and we got talking during the lunch, which has turned out to be a very expensive lunch for Stelios and the foundation, because he asked me if I had any ideas about how he could extend his philanthropy into Ireland, or extend his philanthropic footprint in Ireland. He told me he was already doing a lot, as we've seen here, funding various Irish organisations, but he wanted to do some more philanthropic work in Ireland. And we talked about this, and we came up with the idea of having North-South Business Cooperation Awards in Ireland that would replicate the awards that have been going in Cyprus now for more than 15 years. And I was excited by this because I was present on the 10th of April 1998 when the Good Friday Agreement was signed. And I remember that as probably the highlight of my 44-year career in the Irish Foreign Service. And I knew how important the economic dividend was, because at that time, Northern Ireland's economy was damaged, very badly damaged by 30 years of conflict and violence. And we saw an opportunity for the economy to be emancipated and to be allowed to grow and prosper. And that's why I was excited by the prospect of Stelios, with his stellar track record in business, coming in to encourage North-South business cooperation on this island. And therefore, I'm so pleased to see so many wonderful entrepreneurial activities going on a huge contrast from the way Northern Ireland was and the way the border counties were badly affected by the Troubles. And to see all this entrepreneurial activity going on, to see the companies that have been rewarded here today is a boost for my morale, and it gives me greater confidence than ever in the future of Ireland, in the future of the peace process, and the future of the people of this island. When we work together, we can do amazing things. And that's why it is my honour and privilege to present the first silver award, which goes to
Louise and Gronia. Thank you, Don. Would like to say a few words.
First of all, just huge thank you. This award means so much to myself, the team at Needi, and also to Gronia as well. So first of all, huge thank you. I would also like to introduce and say a little bit first about Needi. We are a corporate gifting concierge service that match the perfect gifts to our recipients from the best local and independent businesses. And one of the amazing businesses that we work with and we have a real pleasure of matching with the big corporates that we work with is Gronia.
Yes, and I'm Gronia from Grá Chocolates. So we make hand-painted, luxurious chocolates made in County Galway, Ireland. They're beautiful, they're beautifully packed, they're a real gift, and one of the big areas that we focus on is corporate gifting.
So Gronia and I were so lucky to have met each other. We think it was about 2 years ago now, 2 or 3 years ago. We were at a Women in Business conference in Belfast, and we both heard each other speak about our businesses and how passionate we were about spreading that kind of joy. And that's how we got to know each other.
We were truly inspired by each other's stories, by each other's ethos and the drive to create something truly special, especially in that gifting world. And that's how we really started working together.
That's it. And so just finally, these are just some of the companies that we're working with together. Thanks so much to the award that we're getting. We're actually going to be able to do more business with companies further afield, matching small businesses from the south, the north, and all over to enable better gifts everywhere.
And free chocolate to everybody in the room. Thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you so much.
The check. So, Ian Jeffers from Corporation Ireland is going to introduce the second silver winner. Ian?
Thank you. So in 1979, the Troubles were raging in Belfast, probably about the same time that photograph of me was taken, actually, looking at it. But there's a guy, Brendan O'Regan from Limerick, decided he would set up an organisation called Corporation North. And it was simple. Let's encourage cooperation with businesses, north and south. If we can get businesses working together, we'll stop fighting. So imagine my surprise when about a year ago I get a call from Dan. So I met this guy called Stelios. He wants to do a bit of north-south cooperation. So it's a full circle. And it is fantastic that Corporation Ireland have been able to be engaged with this. It's been a really exciting journey watching all of you, the entrants in this room, come through and to see and hear the examples. And I was touched just hearing that we're children of the Good Friday Agreement, and that, I think, says it all. And to you, Stelios, huge thank you for this.
Thanks a lot.
And it's my pleasure to introduce our silver winner,
Barry and Declan. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sir Stelios, and to your team for the award today. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself and Declan first before I talk a little bit about the business, because I think it's important for companies to know who's behind the brand or who's behind the identity. So myself and Declan met actually in 2015 on a construction site. So I'm from Monaghan, Declan's from Fermanagh, so north-south, and we met at a construction site in Cavan, which is about halfway. We shared similar interests. Declan's a civil engineer, I'm an electrical engineer. and we just kept in contact throughout the years. But in 2022, I came to Declan and said we wanted to start a business. I have a lot of admiration for entrepreneurs. I wanted to see what it'd like to run a business. The ambition for year one was to survive, and thankfully we're now coming to our year 3. So a little bit about the name ACEL Energy. It's short. ACEL is short for accelerate, and our mission is to accelerate the transformation towards green energy. So today the sun might not be shining, but the wind's definitely blowing. So we've got plenty of renewable energy today. So a little bit about what we do then is. What we do is we provide renewable energy solutions to businesses and large multinationals on their site. So we provide the energy at source where they can use it. So you use it, and if you don't use it, you can store it through battery storage and then through energy management platforms. As I say, we're headquartered in Monaghan, and we've got another satellite office in Fermanagh. We've got 25 team, half from the north and half from the south, and thankfully we're still growing. So I'll hand over to Declan to let you talk a little bit about what we're doing.
Thank you, Barry. I'm Declan McDonald, COO of ACEL Energy. I'm County Fermanagh, as Barry said. He's from County Monaghan, so we do a lot of work both sides of the border. We work with companies like Tesco. We work with government bodies, the Prison Service of Northern Ireland, Irish Defence Forces, Kingspan multinational, like Kingspan, the Mary Cole, a cold storage company. So we're trying our best to be a good energy partner for these companies, both sides of the border. They've lots of facilities, north and south, and globally as well. So we're starting now north and south, and we're hoping to get into the UK and Europe. That's the next step. So I just want to say thanks again to Stelios and the Foundation. Thank you.
Don't forget the check. Well done. I have to say we're doing very well in terms of time. 21 minutes past the hour, so maybe you get 8 minutes to speak as the overall winner. So I've kept that privilege to myself to present the Gold Award to Sam. Sam, please come up. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, hello. So I'm Sam Shepherd, and we've heard a lot about the Good Friday Agreement today. So I think if there were children of the Good Friday Agreement, I am the physical embodiment of it. As a former Royal Marine with tours of Afghanistan and Iraq, the holder of the George Cross, the UK's highest medal for gallantry, simply put, I could not have stood here in a previous life. So feel very privileged to be at the forefront of that. And it's great to see the young guys and girls coming through the shop, my juice bars, with a real different attitude and view to how we do business here on the island of Ireland. So Stelios, thank you so much. This is a life-changing amount of money. It's incredible. It's really going to set us on a footing to go forward. To Maya, to Tracy and to Sammy for your hospitality here, thank you. Juice Jar was founded 2019, right before COVID, and a big slap in the face. It is a physical location that sells juice, smoothies, hot sandwiches, and acai bowls, if you've heard of them. We import them from Brazil. Superfood, really good for you. What makes us different? We do everything in front of the customer, and we try to. We don't add anything to the product, so it's as healthy as we can physically make it, and you get to see that. We've expanded to 8 locations across the UK and Ireland, and interestingly, we went as our 3rd shop across the water into Bristol. And then we've changed fire now, and we've opened up down in Dublin, which for me has been fantastic because there's such a negative view down there at the moment about doing business. But for me, having come down from the north into the south of Ireland, we've got our 2nd shop has just opened in the centre of Dublin. There is so much opportunity there. It's great to have some members of the hospitality trade with us today. So if I can put any pressure to improve the VAT rates in this country right now, I would wish for you to do that. It's so obvious. It's 20% up here. It's 9% down there. The cost of labour in the south is now lower than what it is up here in the north. The corporation tax, not that I pay any, is half down there. It is a real opportunity for growth, and that's where we see the brand really growing. And with Sir Stelios' money, we can do that faster, quicker, and harder. So I feel very blessed. I've got some of my team here today. Thank you for coming. They will obviously benefit from some of this. We've built a great team. I think first and foremost for me, day one, it was the staff are your customer. If they know the product's super healthy, if they eat it, they are the physical embodiment of what we're trying to sell as a brand.
Well done to the teams. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Give me a breakdown of the jobs you created in the Republic and Northern Ireland.
So at the minute we're sitting on just over 100 staff across all of our locations in the UK and Ireland. At the minute in Dublin, with Jess at the helm, we've got about 20 something there, and that's going to grow obviously. Look, it's not a good time in Ireland when the wind's blowing and it's rainy and it's cold, nobody drinks juice, but we'll re-gear and reset for January when the whole world turns healthy again. So yeah, look, lastly then, we're obviously social. Everyone's got to be. It's where it's at. TikTok, Instagram, you name it. That's what we've been doing. Our product is clearly very Instagrammable and also good for you. So drink juice.
There is a video, isn't it?
Thank you.
Well done. Don't forget the check. Thank you so much, everyone. We finished 4 minutes early, which is incredible. As we say in the airline business, an early arrival. We departed on time and we arrived early. That's excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you for those on YouTube. We're going to stop the live streaming now, but for those of you in the room, please join us for lunch. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Yeah.